day one, a violent vertical ledge setter.
I see some gas on the hips. Get that bicep to put your shoulder on somebody. Dig, drop. You're finished. Hey, burn down. This is weird. It worse than that, sorry.
Well, hello, everybody. What's going on tonight? What is going on? This is GreenBean. Welcome to the impromptu after hours whatever fest. We're going to just hang out for a little while and kind of smooth over the rough edges. What do you think? Got some rough edges? People getting angry with each other, people talking about this and that and the other thing. Maybe we just smooth it all over in a nice, calm environment where everybody's a friend. And nobody hates anybody else except for Jamison Crowder, of course. Of course. Jamison Crowder. Does anybody have an issue with not rooting for Jamison Crowder anymore? Let me know in the chat. I want to say hello to you guys. I see Stud City's here. Pro Football Demon is here. Jets Crazy. Jerry Gomez. Hank is here. Mikey Mouse. Yeah, man. Three Amigos. What's up, buddy? Mark Riz. Yeah, we're all here. Fat Gandalf is here. This is good. Liam, what's up, Liam? Kaz is here. John Amarella, what's up with you, my buddy? Braden, you like that? Yeah. Eminon, Bryant Sill. Man, you guys are just pouring in. You guys have not had enough. It's funny, about a half hour ago, we had 550 people still in there after going 40 minutes long. So I figured, you know what, clearly there's a nice group of you craving some additional talk. So, and you remember this format, right? Gitmo Bob? Gitmo Bob said to me one time, he misses the intimate Tuesday night after hours Jets Fest because it's late. So we get a smaller crowd in here. It's intimate. So here we go, Bob. We're back. J Dubs is in. Jingle Dubs. There he is. The real Jingle Dubs. That guy using your moniker. He's the worst, man. I saw something. I didn't see it during the live stream, but I looked at it later and I saw some stuff, man. The guy, if I see him again, I'm going to end up banning him. But he's not you, Jingle Dubs. Yoitz is here. Right, man. You guys are awesome. Hawk. Right. You're in the circle of trust. My trust tree. What's up, Matt Simon? Hot boy. Hot boy's here. Crowder hurt me. How could he? Right. Now, look, on a very realistic plane, we know he's getting toward the twilight of his career. He's had some injuries. He's looking to go to a place that's going to pay him, right? And if he can, look, he's been on the terrible, lowly Washington Redskins when they were the Redskins. And then he went from them to the Jets. He was here during the Sam Darnold years. He was here during the COVID. He was here during the COVID, but he was here during the mono. And then he gets the coach fired thing, and then he gets to redo it with this coaching staff. And Joe Douglas tells him he needs to take a pay cut. I get all that stuff, but we're fans. I am a Jets fan. Okay. That's all I am. I don't root for other teams ever, unless it somehow has a way to make my Jets fandom feel better. For example, if we're fighting for the playoffs, like in the beginning of the season when everybody starts at 0-0, I'm rooting for the teams I think we're going to be competing with later to lose. Like if an AFC team's playing an NFC team, I root for the NFC team. Just how it goes. That's it. I don't root for Tom Brady ever, period, unless it could mean we go to the playoffs or something like that. But that hasn't happened. So I haven't done that, but I don't ever root for Tom Brady. And I root against our division rivals, man. Period. And that means I don't root for players on the division. I don't care if they can. I didn't root for Sean Ellis or Darrelle Revis when they went to the Patriots. Did I root for Henry Anderson? Let me ask you guys this. Was anybody who was rooting for Sam Darnold when we did remember there was a very active debate with Sam Darnold, whether to trade him, whether to draft a quarterback. Remember that last year? It was intense. And there were people that were upset that we got rid of Sam Darnold. And I can relate to that. I get it. We had a lot of hopes associated with this guy. But was anybody who was rooting for Sam Darnold at the end of game 1, were you still rooting for Sam Darnold? Were you like, good for Sam? Did you feel that? I didn't feel that. Right, Kevin? You know. Let me see. I see something up there, Mumtaz. I can't get to it, buddy. Like, maybe I can. So Crowder's a Buffalo Bill. And let me tell you something. I don't know if you're aware of this. Crowder is good. He is a good football player, right? He knows how to get open. He knows how to find the gaps. He knows how to play with a real system. They have a real offensive line. They have a real system in place, real coaches, Josh Allen's become a real quarterback. Dude, he's going to be good. And he's going to burn us. I don't know how you can be his friend. You know what I mean? I don't know. Jets Crazy says, once you go inside the division, you're the enemy, but I still respect what Crowder brought to the team of course, I loved Jamison Crowder. I liked the signing. I liked it. I was like, ooh, okay. And he's been good for us. First game, he had 11 receptions. Remember that? Sam threw him the ball 11 times in that first game against Buffalo. But I don't agree. I don't group. Let's gripe intelligently, right? See, this is an intelligent gripe. I'm giving you the background, the thought process underneath my bitching and complaining. That's exactly what I'm talking about. All right, let me get to your chats. We're going to see what you guys want to talk about. Oh, I did that one. Hamilton versus Crowder. Yeah, right. Like, so it's going to be, so Michael Carter II will more than likely cover Jamison Crowder. So how do we feel about that? That's the thing. Do we think Michael Carter II can handle Crowder? Well, he played against him in practice for a year, so he knows his tricks. So we got that on him. Hank says, we need wins. Other than that, I trust JD much more than I trust myself. Well, here's the thing with that. If we had access to JD, or anybody in there, then we talk about that. Until then, Hank, we only got each other, buddy. So we got to talk to ourselves. JJ says, are you concerned most of our O-line aren't long-term answers? No, I think that we have a line that's going to be here. Well, look, we have Becton. I have no concerns. I mean, I'd not say no concerns, but I'm confident that Becton is going to be our long-term answer at left tackle. I don't have the same fears as everybody else. I've been fanning a long time, man. He's 22 years old. He was dominant his rookie year. He's an aggressive, angry type of player. He's mean. He's nasty. He's fine. I like the signing of Laken Tomlinson, but that's a 3-year deal. Could be a 2-year deal, But what our offensive line right now does is it gives us the opportunity to groom younger players. So we have the opportunity to bring in some mid-round picks and all that sort of stuff. The first thing we got to do, JJ, is get an actual offensive line in front of our young quarterback. Toward the end of the year, second half of the season, let's say, our offensive line looks significantly better. We had a glaring need at right guard, and we fixed that. So that gives us the opportunity to have a season that we just might be able to protect our quarterback. In this off season, it's not over. It's only, what are we, a week and a half in it? I mean, yesterday was a week, so we feel like it's over. Joe Douglas signs guys all the way through. Remember, we had Morgan Moses and Tyler Croft. They were all, maybe not Tyler Croft, I forget, but you know what I mean? He signs guys all throughout the process. I feel like we're going to bring in some backup, strength. They like Dan Feeney at center. He played much better behind center than he did at guard. That is absolutely undeniable. Whether you love him or not, I don't think he's long-term. But I think they'll use a pick or two to bring in some younger guys as well. And I think that's what they should do. They should be drafting an offensive lineman, at least one every single year. So far, they've done just that. He did 2 his first year, 1 his second year, but he did use 3 picks to get that one player. So it justifies only using 1 or only grabbing 1. I wouldn't say I'm concerned. I like the idea that our offensive line is intact and that we can now move from here to develop the replacements. You know what I'm saying, JJ? Jets Rebellion says we need an edge. Yes, we do, Jets Rebellion. I could not agree more. That's my number one top of the draft need. We need it. Hamilton will not go 4. Love you, Greet. Will not go at 4. What does that mean? You don't think you think he's going to last longer than that? Maybe. I don't know why you're giving me that bullshit, Jets Rebellion. Yeah, we're gonna go edge. No, the only way I would see us picking Hamilton is that if I don't know what the Jets tiers look like. I don't know what their board looks like. Like, they have had players higher on their boards than I did. I mean, they know better than me, of course. But like, I think it's going one way, and the media thinks it's going another way, and then Joe Douglas pulls out a guy nobody was even thinking. So they might have Karlaftis and Trayvon Walker as the edges that they're targeting there. Right? We don't know if they love Aiden Hutchinson and Kayvon Thibodeau and all that. They could have Karlaftis and Trayvon Walker as their top 2 edges. So if they're there at 4, they're going to grab one. If they have Aiden Hutchinson and Kayvon Thibodeau as the 2 edges in one tier, the top 5 guy tier, and they're gone, you don't reach for a guy. If your next edge rusher you're thinking, he's definitely going to be there at 10. He's a 10 to 15 rated player on your board. You don't reach for him unless you think he's going to be gone, right? And if you have 3 players in that tier, then you take the 1 player left in the previous tier. That's how you do this. It's the best way to do it, man. And it just so happens that safety is a need. I mean, LaMarcus Joyner is all well and good. We saw last year we depended on him. He was gone in 10 minutes. And now what do we do? You know what I mean? So we can't have that. We scrambled that safety the entire year. I love Jordan Whitehead. Love that signing. I think it's very smart and very well placed. But I can absolutely see Hamilton going at 4. I don't think we would supersede an edge rusher for him unless we don't like the guys that are up there. What's up, Colton? Good to see you. Me too, 3 amigos. What's his name? I'm already forgetting his name. Damn, it's how it goes. Holy shit, the 4th round pick. How come I can't remember it? But anyway, that guy, that was a real shame. He never had injury concerns all through college. He was switching from tackle to guard. He was a fantastic selection. And he had the roughest Jets career ever. And that threw things in. I mean, he was doing it. He has Ross Piersbacher, who I like. He started 3 years at Alabama at center. So we have him on the practice squad. We got a couple guys on the practice squad that are nice, that we signed futures contracts with. Braden says, I'm so disappointed, GreenBean. I won't be able to make the beanbaggers tomorrow. Work got in the way. No way. Dude, tell him you want to work from home again, Braden. I'm gutted. It is linebackers. So Braden's talking about every week on Wednesday nights, my Patreon and I, the beanbaggers, get together with Dom C, and we go over a position. We look at 5-6 guys from one position. Last week was, I think it was wide receivers last week. And this week, maybe it was something else. Anyway, this week is linebackers. We're getting into linebackers, and it's like a Zoom meeting, and we all dig in. Everybody can ask questions, and we talk. It's fantastic. It's such a good time. And we really take time to dig into the players. And anyway, my link to my Patreon's right there. That's a tier 2 and 3 benefit. But if you guys want in on that, go ahead, man. Join the beanbaggers. We will definitely miss you, but I'll record it and I'll send it to you, Braden. So you'll be able to see it. I'll send it to you guys in your email. So I am disappointed as well, my friend. Hawk said when Tampa Bay 12, Tom Brady 12, went to Tampa, I secretly rooted for him. Why? What is that? Well, no way. I wanted him to fail and the Patriots to fail. Now, when they played each other, got to root for the Bucks. Got to do it. Got to do it. So I don't know how you did that, Hawk. I can't find it in myself. I fucking hate Tom Brady. Marcus May, thanks for the years. Now go to New Orleans and take your dumbass agent with you. Dude, did you hear the same agent, he's now doing it with the Cardinals about Kyler Murray. Like, the guy's the worst. And he tried to turn Jets fans against the Jets, and it didn't work, dude. And he lost Marcus Maye millions of dollars. We had if what he said was true, that he was so upset by, we only offered us 80%. That would have been $8 million a year. That was $24 million. He got him 15. So, dude, that is called a fail. If I was Marcus Maye, I'd fucking fire that guy. Like, you are the worst, and you ruined my relationship with my team. And we hid a DUI. And, just so much. He's going to get suspended and everything else. So, good. Go down to Tampa Bay. Let them deal with your injuries every year. You know what I mean? Iowa, what's up, Iowa? I hope you can make it tomorrow, buddy. He's a beanbagger, too. Players staying within the division happens all over the NFL because opposing teams see the players multiple. That's right. They know who they like. They know who they game plan against. You know what I mean? That's a good point. It's a very good point. I see a couple super chats. Let me get to the super chats. Sam Aiken, thank you for the super chat, Sam. Wins, we have wins. Turning Sam Darnold and Adams into multiple Pro Bowl picks. Bonus, watching Adams in a rebuild. Right. We got to find him where we can take him, Sam. And that is 100% accurate. Look at this. Last year, at this time, there was a divisive debate whether to keep Sam Darnold, whether to move on and draft a quarterback. We had a new coaching staff, relatively new GM. He was only going into his second offseason as the GM, but he had to fire the coach. He got his coaching staff and everything. Last year at this time, there was a significant portion of Jetnation pining for Sam Darnold to be retained and to trade the pick, which I love the idea of trading the pick. I didn't love the idea of Sam. I would have just taken whatever we traded back to, I would have just taken, Mac Jones, Kyle Trask, Kellen Mond, Mills, any of those guys. I would have been happy with that and had a battle. But anyway, the Panthers traded 3 picks, a second, a fourth, and a sixth for Sam Darnold this year. They locked into his 5th year, so they're paying him $19 million this year, and they are looking for a new quarterback. That's what Joe Douglas had the foresight to avoid. Not just getting out of it. That's huge enough. He turned it into 3 additional draft picks. I think his pick was, it might have been Jonathan Marshall last year. I think that's who we got for the first pick. Now we have a second and a fourth this year. Guys, come on. Right? Jamal Adams in a rebuild. That's hilarious, Sam. Jay Perez, thank you for the super chat. He says, thanks for hanging out. So what if Becton doesn't work out? Do we need to pick an O lineman in round 2? Round 1 is edge and wide receiver, in my honest opinion. Yeah, I think round 1 is edge. And if Hamilton is there, at 10, or like I said, the scenario where there's no edges at 4, then they'll take Hamilton at 4 and edge at 10. But I think that wide receiver is probably 30% in my mind for a first round pick. Now, if they love Drake London, like we've heard rumors, then they're going to take him at 10 because you're not getting him at 35. Ain't happening. He's going to be the first or second wide receiver off the board, in my opinion. So you take him at 10 or you don't get him. So they got to know that, right? But I think they're going to take an edge and Hamilton, or if Hamilton's gone and Sauce is there, they might consider Sauce, but I really think they're going to go linebacker. That's what I think. I think they want front 7 help. And they took care of the back 7. The back 7. Listen to me sometimes. Sometimes I don't know what's flying out of my face. They helped the back 7 in free agency, and they're still going to give some help. They're going to draft a safety without question, in my opinion. No matter how it falls, because it's a strong safety class. It's the strongest safety class since 2002. I would be very surprised if we didn't grab one. But if Becton doesn't work out, then we have to look at that. But I don't think you use a top 10 pick to try to as insurance right now. I just don't think it. I think they're going to bring in another couple guys. We did sign Connor McDermott. We have Chuma Edoga. Both of those guys are good for backup level. Chuma Edoga's got plenty of starting time. He's played well. He's had his rough goes, but he's played well too. I'm not saying he should start or anything. Don't get me wrong here. Hawk says he hates Bill Belichick more than Tom. I wanted Tom to win a Super Bowl to crush Bill's legacy. Yeah, I get it. I can't do it. I wanted both of them to crumble and wither. That's what I want. But you got your wish, and I think that's better than the Pats winning again. And it does hurt Bill Belichick's legacy because he's now had 2 years without Tom Brady. All he's gotten is one playoff appearance. So there you go. And he spent $200 million in free agency last year. Let's see. Matthew Smith, what's up, buddy? He says, if JD was so crazy and really wanted to surprise us, Malik Willis at 4 and Jordan Davis at 10 is the way to go. Well, I don't know how fun that surprise is. That's the kind of surprise you go, what did you do? Now, what if, and they're not going to do this, but how would you guys feel if they traded Zach for like a first and a second and then drafted Malik Willis? Would you want that? Depends on what kind of quarterback you think this offense needs, right? You see Kyle Shanahan went with Trey Lance. He's a little bit more mobile than Jimmy G, I'd say, right? Let's see. Mark Riz, Bean, Joe D has solidified so many positions. What do we do now? 4 defensive end, 10 cornerback or line? Yeah, that's what I think. I think that's the way it's going to go. I think Sauce is going to be there at 10. I think a few quarterbacks are going to be taken up there and people aren't factoring that in. I really do. And I think that the trade back from 4 is possible too. If the Steelers really want to give up a haul, like the Steelers don't make it. Look, they've been very fortunate with their coaches and their quarterbacks. They've had 4 coaches since the 70s or 60s or whatever. So they're used to like having what they need. They've had Ben Roethlisberger for 20 years, so they're used to having what they need. Now they don't. Tomlin, he's got the opportunity to get his quarterback. And if he likes Malik Willis, which it's rumored that he does, he'll give up some stuff. The Steelers aren't known for, throwing the farm to get an asset. They're not used to, it's not what they're known for. But I could see it going a little bit out of character, because it's for a quarterback. And Malik Willis isn't going to make it to 20. Most likely. Know what I mean? So, I'd like to see my preferred draft is like the top edge rusher on our board. For me, it would be Aiden Hutchinson, but if he's not there, I still like Thibodeau. I do. I'd probably end up taking Thibodeau. If not Thibodeau, I like Karlaftis, the best out of the group. I would take Karlaftis there. And then I'd love to get Hamilton at 10, but I don't know if he's going to be there. And if not Hamilton, I'm looking at linebackers. I want the best linebacker in the draft. I want my top choice. And if Sauce is there, you can consider Sauce too. You know what I mean? It's going to be interesting. I just don't want a first-round wide receiver. Not that I'd be upset if we did one. I just don't see it. I want George Pickens. I think he's going to be there at 35. I could be wrong. I didn't think Laviska Shenault would go before Denzel Mims and everybody else because of his injury history. He was my favorite wide receiver in that draft class, Laviska Shenault. Supposedly he's available for trades. They're dangling him. Oh, I'd love to get Laviska Shenault. Iowa Jets fans coming clean. He said, I wanted to keep Darnold and trade back. After we traded him, I mourned for 48 hours, made a bad bet with some friends, then got over it. Good for you, Iowan. Shedding that. Don't carry it anymore. Dump it, right? Dump the heavy weight, the bag of rocks you've been carrying. Sam Darnold. I was very upset by the Sam Darnold degradation. I have to admit it. I thought coming out of year 2, I thought Sam Darnold was going to have a stellar season 3. I really did. And he regressed so far, I couldn't even believe it. And then when Joe Flacco came in, I was wondering, why? What's the situation? The weapons, the line. Joe Flacco came in his first game and threw for 3 bills. 3 touchdowns. I was like, okay, it's Sam. It's that simple. Now, I think that we damaged Sam and everything, didn't give him a coach, the whole thing. But, dude, we knew right there. Joe Douglas knew right then. As soon as Joe Flacco came in and threw for 300 yards, he was like, yep, It's a fact. I need to get away from this. I need to get him out of here. He's not the guy. It's that simple. I live in New York. Carl Colton. I live in New York City around a lot of Panther fans. Let's just say they don't like Sam. Yeah, I bet they don't. But first 3 weeks, they were rubbing our face and everything. Remember? The whole NFL was rubbing our face and shit. The whole NFL, everybody, the national media, they were like, the Jets can't do anything right. Looks like it was the Jets after all. Remember? We're like, okay. Keep watching. And this is the thing, like, Jets fans that want to root for Crowder, they want to root for Maye because he's been a good team player, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, how'd you feel when Sam Darnold threw that touchdown to Robbie Anderson and he ran around the field doing the Jets thing? How'd you feel? That's how they feel about us. They're like, screw you. So screw you. You know what I mean? It's football, bro. What happened to busting our friends' balls? What happened to that? People on Twitter, they were like, you're a bad person. Somebody called me an asshole. I'm like, I'm an asshole? I said, first of all, it's a joke. Fucking lighten up. Number two, who cares? Why am I an asshole? Because I don't root for players that aren't on my team. Get out of here. Anders, what's up, buddy? He says, in JD we trust. Thanks for being up. I don't know how up I am, Brian. I'm going to wake up tomorrow. My wife's going to wake me up at 7 and go, hey, we have a full, I can't think of what I got to do tomorrow. Probably a whole bunch of shit. Let me see. Jake with the super chat. Hey, Jake, good to see you again, buddy. He says, why can't I be a member? Super chat now. I super chat now, but God knows I'll quit week 3 and forget I subscribed here. That's a revenue group. Yeah, there you go. Well, the thing with Patreon is that it's a continuation thing, right? Super chats are great. I appreciate every single one. The Patreon thing is what I commit to additional content for you guys. So I give you guys access to me. We chat all the time on my Discord. Like, we're all on there all the time. Even when I'm not there, guys are chatting. It's like it's a consolidated place to chat. In 2 weeks, we have the classic. Once a month, we do the classic Jets game watch parties. This week, this month, I should say, it's the 2001 playoffs, Chad versus Peyton Manning. Oh, it's a good game. Good game, man. It's fun. So we all get together in a Zoom room. I stream the game and we watch it and talk, and it's a blast. It's a good time, man. And the rest of the other weeks, levels, tiers 2 and 3 get to do the player breakdowns. It's $10 a month. It's nothing, but it helps. It helps me. And I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to be with you guys. Dom, what's up, Dom? It was hard not to root for Sam. The guy just never got a fair shake. Now I'm Carolina. Fuck him. Right. Exactly, Dom. Yeah, I rooted for Sam. He never did anything wrong. Dude, they never gave him a quarterback coach. Jeremy Bates never hired a quarterback coach for him, and Todd Bowles. They didn't hire a quarterback coach. Gase comes in. He doesn't hire a quarterback coach or an offensive coordinator. Dowlaga isn't an offensive coordinator. He's Adam Gase's lemming. That's what he is. So we never gave him a quarterback coach. The one guy he had a rapport with, Terrell Pryor, he was just developing rapport with him. He scored like 3 touchdowns in 2 weeks, and we cut him mid-season. Why? We changed his weapons every single year. We gave him no offensive line. Joe Douglas came in, tried to talk Ryan Khalil off the couch. He had nothing here. His first year, he had no offensive line. The second year, McCagnon gave him no offensive line. In the third year, we upgraded the offensive line from 32nd to like 23rd. 22nd. We upgraded, we moved it up, but it's not enough. Sam was done. Sam's damage was done, man. Poor kid. Poor fella. Yeah, I don't root for him. I want to make sure I'm clear. I don't root against anyone as the man. Their personal life. I could give a shit, man. Have a great life. That's what I want everybody. I would rather everyone that walks this planet be happy about their life. I would. But as far as NFL, screw you. Screw you. I don't want no other teams to be good and happy. I hate it. Yeah, Chenault, man. I like Chenault. Yeah, you think Jermaine Johnson is the best defensive end in the class? I don't think so. I do like him, but I don't think so. every year there's those, every year everybody has their opinion. Who's going to be right? We don't know. That's why it's so important that the Jets, and that why I support it so much. The Jets are really focused on their character. What are they made of? Like last year, we had such a tumultuous season. Injuries, just losses, embarrassing performances. Jets media, Jets fans losing their minds, sending them. I mean, you see the shit that people write on Mekhi Becton's Twitter, dude. It's absurd. I can't believe people feel justified in that, talking to him like that. But that's what they're dealing with, and we heard not a peep. We didn't hear like we heard under Bowles or, with Max guys, like, the hell was his name? Oh my God, the cornerback, Robert. Anyway, he's like, Jets fans shouldn't call themselves fans. If it's like, who the hell are you, dude? Like those guys with Jamal Adams going to the press because he's depressed and sad. Ooh. Like that's low character. Me. If things aren't good, I suck to be around. Last year, our guys were tight. They held it together all year long under Robert Saleh because we drafted high character guys. So whoever it is, sweaty balls, it's gonna be a guy that has that fortitude, and that's the most important thing. Let me catch up here. Let me see what we got. Oh, Michael Rodriguez. Thank you, buddy. 4 Hamilton, 10 Karlaftis, 35 Pickens. Dude, that would be perfect. That's if Aiden Hutchinson and Thibodeau are not there at 4. That right there would be my perfect first 2 rounds. Perfect. Oh, my God. Do you know how much that would help our team right there? We finish the defensive backfield. We get a legitimate edge rusher. We get a dynamic wide receiver and a thumper. Yeah, boy. Speaking my language, Michael Rodriguez. That's how I roll. Did you see the Jets put out a best of Berrios? Sam was in it and looked great. Shame most of it was in garbage time. That's the thing. They were, when teams start playing prevent, Braden, they start loosening up, and then we get all these stats, Think about without garbage time stats, Sam's years here would have been even worse. Like, it just, all the stats that he got, like a lot of it was garbage time. So it sucks being a Jets fan the last 10 years. It really does. That's why I'm so happy. One Jets Drive did a great episode last year leading up to the draft. It gave really good insights into the process. Well, you know what was even better, Gandalf, was the Flight 2021. That was a 4-episode, awesome, deep look into their process. I loved it. I watched it 3 times, all 4 episodes. This year, it's going to be 6 episodes. Flight 2022, but it comes out after the draft, so they don't show their hand. That was amazing. Yeah, One Jets Drive is fantastic, man. Chris Bradigan, what's up, Chris? He says, damn, Greenbean, you're a warrior. I was jamming tunes and saw you live. Yeah, like I said, we were hanging out in the Jets Talking panel, Talking Jets panel, and you guys were just keep going. So I said, you know what? I'm going to film a video tonight, I think, to a late night vlog. So I said, I can go hang out for 45 minutes. You know what I mean? Why not? That's right, Chris. I was just like, you know what? Let me do it. Let's do it, buddy. Oh, did he? Stud C. Oh, that's the best. I love it. Mekhi Becton's handling this perfectly. He's inviting guys to come work out with him. Okay. You think I'm fat? And like, come on, come work out. I'll tell you where it is. So, yeah, I think he's handling it the right way. Travis Prelim, Preheim, sorry, he says, just became a pitcher. There you go. Thank you, Travis. I'll make sure that whatever, I'll do it tomorrow morning. I'm going to send out my weekly email to everybody. I'll make sure you're all in that and everything. I'll make sure. I'll give you the Discord info and welcome you to the group and everything. Cool, dude. Yeah, I'm excited. The more you guys, the better, bro. That's that. Thank you, Travis. That's awesome. I'm the best in the nation. Did you see that clip I had? Where is it? I can find it. Let me see here. Let me see. I have it here. Oh shit, hold on. Let me see here. I'll try to find you this thing. It's hilarious. I have things labeled like Jamal Adams burned, Jamal Adams sucks. Oh, it's so funny. I don't think I had. What did I do with that? I had it. Oh, you know where it is? Hold on a second. Let me see. Let me see here. Just select Sam Darnold, wide receiver workout. Nope. I don't have it. Damn it. I don't know what I did with it. Let me see here. Nope. Sorry. Oh, that would have been fun. Jamal Adams is a joke, dude. He really is. Brian Goldstein, what's up? He said, dude, same D will end up being a Trent Dilfer for some team down the road. Same. D will end up being Trent. He's not Ryan Leaf. I'm not sure who you're talking about. Sorry. Mutt Viles. What's up, Mutt Viles? Just want to do this right for the playoffs this year or next year. And anyone who wants Becton gone, please get yourself checked because he's a stud. Bigger humans take longer to heal ligaments. Yeah, I mean, look, and we don't know the deal. I mean, there could have been a doctor that said, it's probably 6 to 8 weeks. Salah went and told us. And then a week later, they could have said, this is probably more of a 12-weeker, 14. You know, who knows? We don't know. We don't know. The Jets media just love to create drama. And I can't believe Jets fans still buy this shit. They tell us complete fabrications. They've been doing it for 25 years or more. I figured it out. Like, I was like, what is like 10, 15 years ago? I'm like, why is it that every single thing, like something good happens and they still find the negative take? You want to know why? Because we're, excitable. That's it. And they would prefer to get you excited and angry than they would to give you any news. JD does like to draft team captains. I don't know how many we did last year, though. That first year was amazing. He did 5 in a row. 2020 draft class, this is going to be the year that we know what they're made of, right? People like to give up so quick. I still think Becton, Mims, Hall, Mann, and I'm still a Jabari Zuniga guy. I loved his college tape. Not loved, but I really liked his college tape. I thought he was overdrafted by a round, but I did like the pick, and I think he still got something in the tank. His problem has been injury. He can't stay healthy, man. And if he can't stay healthy this year, goodbye. Right, MM? Imagine what the offense could be if Mims breaks out, plus more top 40. Dude, I'm just telling you. If Mims, all he's got to be is the player we want that we thought we were drafting. And he was his rookie year. Every bit of it. And then his sophomore year, he never got settled. He just never got it right. But if he just works this offseason, comes back and means business, he's a very talented wide receiver, and he's got the measurables that you can't teach, man. Can't teach it. Great hands. Dude, we're going to be lethal if he comes back. I know, it's a long shot. Right, Jets crazy. None of those tough guys would say a damn thing in his presence. None. You just grab him, pick him up. Guy pushes cars around. Good night, Jake. Beard looks good. I know it's a little. I gotta shape a little bit, but thank you. Have a good night, buddy. I appreciate the chat tonight. Let's see what else we got here. It's a Jersey thing. You're with us or against us? Yeah, totally. But we should probably give people that say they're with us a little bit more time. Impatience, like they say, haste makes waste, bro. Like there are people literally wanting to fire Salah and Joe Douglas already. Fire them. For what? Why? How many times do we want to start over? How many times? How many times? Especially when Joe D has done so many positive things, dude. What, Tony? You don't like Jabari Zuniga? What do you know about Jabari Zuniga? You don't know anything. Tony. This guy. You shouldn't give up on anybody. Dude, the rule of thumb with draft classes is 3 years. We've had a coaching change, COVID, everything the last 2 years. Like, give it a second. Give it a second. Let's see. Harold checks these. I think folks underestimate how hard it is to be a rookie, missing your tight end and top 3 wide receivers and play turnover-free ball and have your offense function at a decent level. That shows he has the goods. Hey, I think people underestimate how difficult all this shit is. You know what I mean? But that's what you're getting paid millions for. You're supposed to be good at it. But it takes time. It takes time, man. This is the top of the scale of talent. When you come in, you do great in college. You're the big guy on campus. Everybody loves you. You come to the New York Jets, and within one game, we're throwing shit at you. You suck. You know, and everybody's better, and everything's loud and crazy and moving fast. And it's like, whoa. Could you imagine learning a brand new career in front of the world? You know what I mean? Whatever your career is. Are you an engineer? Are you a garbage man? Imagine if the cameras were around you to watch every detail of every mistake you've ever made. Look at him. He's lazy. How dare he take a break? Piece of shit. And then you got media writing stories. I don't know, man. He's supposed to be picking up, this street's garbage. He was 10 minutes late getting there. It's not a good look. And then he took a break halfway through. Like, what is this? He was eating a sandwich. This guy eating a sandwich. What is this? He's fat. And then everybody on Twitter, you go home, check your Twitter. Everybody's like, you're a fat piece of shit. Can you imagine what it's like? Again, that's why they make the big bucks. They got to be able to handle it. At the same time, it's not easy, my friends. Knobcraft, what is going to happen with Nasruddin and Sherwood? Are they going to get real playing time? I don't know. I think they like Sherwood more. And it's funny because Nasruddin, I view as the gem of that draft, like the steal. Let me say it that way. The steal. So talented, but he's switching positions. But the thing is, man, again, these guys are 5th round picks, 6th round picks. So they don't have to turn it around right away. So you can have Nasruddin as a back end guy, special teams for 2 years. Let CJ Mosley's contract expire, and then Nasruddin's ready to go. Who knows? That's what you want to do. Your 5th and 6th round picks, you want them to be special teams guys, spot players, and you want them to come in and contribute and just work and learn. And that's what you want them to do. You want them to develop. You look at the Steelers or for Ravens for years. They got the guys on their roster. When the big name free agent leaves, the guy's already there. It's already in house. That's what we're working on. That's what Joe Douglas is trying to do. And that takes time, dude. It takes time. That's the other thing. Who's going to replace these guys? Who's your GM candidate? Fire Joe Douglas. He sucks. Who you got? Well, Salty Nuts, it's not that I'm loyal. I am a loyal guy, but it's not that I'm loyal. It's that I know what I watch. I don't read fucking media. I don't listen to these guys and tell me my opinions. I have my own opinions. Now, I'll watch breakdowns and everything else, so other guys, I guess I could get affected that way. But I watch these players. I see, I have my own opinions on these guys. P. Ryan, it's a good running back. Is he ever going to be great? Probably not. But he's, dude, I mean, the one game they gave him, he had a 4-yard average. What's wrong with that? For one game. Why didn't he get another game? I don't know. They don't like his running style. Maybe he's a douche. I don't know. But again, you usually take 3 years to evaluate a draft class, and we've had nothing but change and tumult here. So just give these guys a second. If they don't like them, they'll get rid of them, and then I stop rooting for them, like I do Crowder and Maye and Fadu Kasi. He can go to hell, Fadu Kasi. How dare you? Remember that, Iowa? I played the music. I told everybody to sit down when Jabari Zuniga got his strip sack. Oh, that was fun. And he fell off from there. He got injured. He got injured again. So look, if you can't stay healthy, you got to go. It's the way it is. Am I more nervous or confident about this draft? Do you think we really have a plan? I think we 100% have a plan. I think they had a decent idea, a foundation for this draft last year, just like they're already looking at next year. They know, man. This is a real organization. Perfect? Of course not. But this is a real organization. I am confident. Now, I'm always nervous because I'm so used to seeing our GMs pick rejects. I can't believe the guys we pick over the years. It's really crazy. Harold, Becton is a beast. I like Fant as a player, but we need to realize Becton's rookie season was better than Fant's best. That's right. Stop the hate and support the young man. He's only 22. He's going into his third year in the league. He's 22 years old. Like, dude, these guys play into their 30s, mid 30s. What? Can't give up on talent that fast unless they're like. See, my son said, he goes, you can't give up on talent that fast, right? High five. Plays every single snap and only gets 100 yards. Yeah, unless he's a first round pick who's played every single snap for 2 years and he completely sucks. Then you go, okay, we have a pretty good sample size of this guy. Jeremy checks in and says, Ty Johnson. That is all, folks. Ty Johnson getting cut. Ty Johnson sucks. I'm going to tell you that right now. I said it last year. Nobody believed me. Everybody thought he was going to be the best. Now, does he have talent? Yes, he does. He can be electric at times. What is that? You bringing moths with you?
No, that was a mosquito.
No, that was a moth.
No, that's right there.
Yeah, there he is. He's dead. Sorry, moth.
Man.
That is a moth. It was a moth. Sorry. I end up hitting all kinds of keys. Try to kill it. It was a moth. Sorry about that. Teen Bean. Yeah, that's right. There he is. Teen Bean. He's telling me there's a moth. I killed it. There's powder all over my computer. Dude, I know what a moth is. Okay. I know what a damn moth is. My son, he corrects me. I'm looking at a moth. I know what it is. Ty Johnson, solid. Dude, Ty Johnson has given up numerous sacks. He's a complete liability in pass coverage. He can't catch the ball. He's dropped that one game alone. He dropped 3 consecutive third down passes. Dave Myers, you are wrong. And Ty Johnson should be gone. Again, he has talent. With the ball in his hand, he can do some things. He had a couple, in particular last year, a couple really exciting touchdowns. Great. He's a liability in pass protection. So which means that you can't have him on there, but on certain plays. And when you throw him the ball, he drops it. I don't know why anybody would like that. That sucks. Michael Piron, on the other hand, good blocker and catches the ball. Very soft hands. He's known as a pass catcher.
You won't stop them.
Well, because that's what they're talking about. I know. And listen, it's just look, like I said, I don't have like a blind loyalty, like, screw you. I'm not trying to be right or anything like that. I'm just telling you what I see. That's it. They don't like him. So it is what it is. It's okay. Stonehands Johnson. That's what we're going to call him from now on. Who, Stonehands Johnson? Ty Johnson. He's a jag if I've ever seen one. Mark Riz. Thanks, Mark. He said, I can't confirm, but I read somewhere that legendary GM Ozzie Newsome won his first Super Bowl with his 10th quarterback, Joe Flacco. Give JD some time. Yeah. And he's widely considered a fantastic, one of the best general managers ever. Why? Because his team was always among the best. He took a little bit to build it up. He was with the Browns too. That's obviously, that's who the Ravens are. But yeah, dude, it takes time. You got to just know when somebody knows how to do their job. Like, it doesn't all come together immediately all the time, but you can tell somebody knows what the hell they're doing. They're going to get it. They're going to get it. You don't get rid of talent and start over and, for no reason. I'm with you. Did I, Matt? I'll go back and get it right now, buddy. Let me see. I'm sorry. There it is. Sorry about that, Matt. Thank you for the super chat. He says defensive end at 4, wide receiver, defensive back, linebacker at 10, 35, and 30. Okay, so wide receiver, defensive back, linebacker. Jets are in the hunt next season. defensive end. Yeah, that's a good group. I don't think we need the defensive back like that. Like, again, I don't want a cornerback in this draft. I just don't. Now, defensive back meaning safety? Yes. We need a safety. I don't think we need a cornerback. Could we use one? Sure. But I think run it back with our second and third year cornerbacks. They had 1 year in the system. Let's see what they do. Get them some pass rush to help them the hell out. We brought in DJ Reed, to help them. We brought in Jordan Whitehead. Like, okay, we bolstered it. I don't think we need a cornerback in this draft. Now, if they can't pass up Sauce Gardner's talent, fantastic, great. But again, DJ Reed, Bryce Hall, Michael Carter, Eccles. I think we got a good group.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I don't want a cornerback in this draft. Eccles got 2 picks,
That's not that good though. But he started to come on.
No, he got 2 picks. One of them against a Hall of Fame quarterback. So you can put that on him. It's like
That's right.
Got Tom
That's
Brady.
right.
It's not very often that he gets picked off by a rookie. And
that's right.
They played well in coverage. Like in the first half of the season, Michael Carter was like the best nickel corner, or like the second best nickel corner in the league.
Right.
It's like, dude, they were good.
Got to give him a minute.
Now, the one guy though I do not want. I think we should trade or cut is Javelin Guidry. Except for that one game where he had those good
Javelin
tackles.
Guidry. I know. Yeah, he did. He played well against Derrick Henry. I don't particularly like Javelin Guidry, but as a backup nickel, I think he's good. That would be. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, as a backup, I don't want him starting.
Right. So, old dude checks. Good to see you, old dude. Your guest from Play Like a Jet has it right. Let's move on from Jamal Adams. Well, we can't until we use the pick. I hear you.
I thought we already moved on.
I like to poke at it because we still have the pick. We didn't use the pick yet. The trade is still in play, right? The trade is still in play, man. So we haven't used the picks that we got from Jamal Adams. We only used 1. Well, 2 really, because we used a third to trade up. But so can't stop, old dude. Can't stop till we know what the player we got for Jamal Adams is. So 3 more years, buddy. That's all. 3 more years of talking about Jamal Adams, old dude. Hit that like button, David Gerard says. That's right. I forgot to remind you. Don't forget to do that. Hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Again, my Patreon is here. I also have a link in there for you guys. With gas prices being what they are, I want to make sure you understand I'm not sponsored by this app, or I don't get anything from them. They don't give me anything. They don't have an agreement with them. It's an app that I use. And it saves on gas, man. Like literally how it goes is you open the app and it knows where you are, and it says you got 3 gas stations that'll give you 10 cents, 4 cents, and 12 cents off per gallon. Whatever one you want to go to, you go to it. You take a picture of your receipt, and it stockpiles money in the app. And when you get to $50, $100, whenever you want to take it out, you just say collect. And it'll say, how do you want to collect it? You want a GameStop card? You want an Amazon card? You want a this or that? You want a MasterCard? And I usually just do Amazon. But right now I'll tell you what I got in here.
You go crazy with the upside.
Well, dude, we get gas a lot. I'm always using upside. All right. So right now I'll show you guys. I got, can you see it? 46. Whoop, where it goes. 46.69. That's how much I got in there. So when I get to 100, I'll take it out on Amazon. I'll buy my Amazon stuff. We shop on Amazon for all kinds of shit. Coffee.
Hopefully you buy something for me,
Yeah.
Get me like a McDonald's or something like that.
I don't buy you stuff. You know that. You know that. Emanon checks in with the super chat. Good question, Emanon. Thank you, buddy. I like that. That was good. Teen Bean, who's our worst guard? From Mark Riz.
Who do we have in our guard room right now? I think it's GVR. Maybe.
Yeah, come on, without question. He's technically still on the team. Maybe Joe Douglas wants him as depth, guys. What do you think?
I think he might be a little too expensive for depth. Like you might just want to go out there and get somebody younger.
I think so. For $3.3 million, $3.5 million, right? That's a good point. You're Team Bean. He knows his stuff, man. He better know his stuff. He corrects me all day long.
Yeah.
That was a good answer, right, Mark? He's right. GVR, and he's too much money to be depth, so get rid of him. There he goes. Travis checking in. There you go, Travis. I'm with it. Michael Rodriguez, thank you for the super chat. He says, Rashid White in third or wait till fourth. If Rashid White is my target and I want him out of this draft because of my relationship with him at the Senior Bowl, he's one of the guys I like, I'm taking him in the third. I'm not waiting till the fourth. If I have him in a tier and he'd be great to get if he's in the fourth, then I wait till the fourth.
I really haven't done much scouting.
I know. Well, you're playing too much Madden. You're stuck. You're stuck in Madden. That helps, though, man. I wish I played Madden. You guys, there are lots of like second string on the Vikings. Everybody like knows who they are. I'm like, who?
Oh yeah, speaking of the Vikings, Zadarius Smith got signed there.
Who did?
Zadarius Smith.
Ooh, that's right. I saw that. Yeah, Zadarius Smith went to the Vikings. What do you guys think of that?
It's a division rival. That's just like Crowder with us.
Gotham City Football Podcast. What's up, buddy? Yeah, hey, we got to do the thing, man. Is that my fault? My whole life changed, Gotham City. Reach out to me again. We'll get it going, bud. I promise. Right? Right, Rob? He says, good job, buddy. My son knows his stuff, man. He does. For his age, too. Yeah, he does, David Gerard. He's in my Patreon group. He chats with the guys. He's in there. He's talking Jets. Sometimes I don't even know he's doing it, and I check in later. I'm like, look at my son.
I know. I had like a whole 20-minute conversation with.
Yeah.
I forget.
Yeah, it's okay. Trey McBride is. I think it's still possible. I think it's unlikely, but it's possible.
Oh, did he have a good combine?
He had a very good combine, a great combine, and he had a very strong Senior Bowl, and he had a great college career. So, but we just signed 2 tight ends, so it's like dude, maybe they just say, look, dude, we are running 3 tight end sets. We want Kenny Yeboah, we want Trey McBride, we want Conklin, Uzuma, and we're keeping Wesco. Like, who knows? Maybe they're going to change the NFL, dude. Wouldn't it be nice for us to be on the cutting edge of something, make the NFL have to react to us? Dude, if they ran 3 tight ends, how the hell are they going to cover that? Mismatches all over the place. Go ahead, send me your 180-pound, 5'10" linebacker to cover my, cornerback to cover my tight ends. Go ahead.
They have 15 tight ends.
And he's taller, bigger, stronger than all your cornerbacks. He's high pointing. He's better. And then they're 190 pounds. They're dragging behind him. 3 guys on his back. That's why I like tight end. Who knows? Maybe we're doing that. So I don't know, Jeremy. Really like Bryce Hall, but Sauce is a potential all-pro. You don't pass on that for a 5th. Grant, yes, Harold, I agree. You don't pass on it purely on Bryce Hall. But you're going to, at 4 or 5, we're at 4, right? So for top 5 pick, if Sauce is the guy, you're thinking you don't pass on that because you have Bryce Hall. But we need an edge. And the edge is going to be higher. What if Thibodeau's there? What if Aiden Hutchinson is there? So it's not purely passing on Sauce. It's the whole situation. You know what I mean? Purely, yeah. Is Sauce Gardner going to be better than Bryce Hall? Probably. We don't know, but probably. And at 10, if you get a Kyle Hamilton or whatever else you're thinking, I don't think you pass on Sauce purely on we don't need him. But again, we have other needs, and we're going to have players in those tiers. If Sauce is alone in a tier and you're at 10, take him. If he's the last guy from the top tier, then okay, now you got an argument. So we'll see how it all shakes out.
It's also the cornerback isn't really the biggest need.
It's not. It's not the biggest need on this team. Can we use it? Yeah. But again, I think we definitely need an edge. We definitely need a linebacker, and we definitely need a safety more than cornerback right now this year. Now, next year, we might find out that our whole cornerback room sucks. And then we want to, look at that.
Michael Carter gave up 300 yards alone. That would be crazy.
Wait, hold on, Michael. I'll get back to that. Mark checks in. He says, it's funny, Mark. He said, the only team with an uglier stadium than us is the New York Giants. It's the same stadium. You see?
I know.
That's what it is. Michael Rodriguez, thank you, buddy. He says, I like White a lot. Coached by Herm Edwards, too. Mike White. Yeah, I like Mike White. Well, he signed his tender today. So he's going to be he's on our team. So we got 3 quarterbacks. We're paying Mike White 2.5, right? Is that what it is? 2.4. and we're paying Flacco 2.5. So we just put a 3.5. So $6 million to our backup quarterback room, which isn't that bad. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I think Mike White's going to see some time on the practice squad, though, during games, or he'll be inactive. That's what I think. But I like keeping him, too. I do. Chris Donardo, there you are. Rashad White in the third. He's my favorite back in the draft. He's my third favorite back in the draft. I love him. Isaiah Spiller and Breece Hall. Very, very different. But Rashad White's right there, man. I like Kenneth Walker, too, some. I like Kieran, right? With the, I'm spacing out on his name. Kieran White, maybe? Hold on. I'm not going to look it up. But anyway, I'm with you, Chris. Like I said, if look, they had a lot of time with Rashad White. They ran his ass off at the Senior Bowl. More carries than any other back in the game. And he was successful. If they want him, you do not let him pass the third round. You don't take him in the second. But I think if they want to, with the two tight ends, what's really interesting is that they might just go wide receiver running back in the second, dude. Because then you can get Breece Hall or Isaiah Spiller. And if you do that, now we're talking, bro. We're committed. We're going to pound your face off. You bring in George Pickens and Isaiah Spiller.
If we're thinking of taking a wide receiver at 10, if we're thinking of taking a wide receiver at 10, I think I might want to go with Jahan Dotson. I love
No, not at 10, kid.
Not at 10?
Not at 10. 35 for Jahan Dotson. But I like Jahan Dotson.
Do you think he's going to make it to 35?
Yeah, I do. He might not. You got those guys like the Eagles taking Jalen Reagor at 13 or whatever the hell they did. So it always happens.
I am convinced that they dialed the wrong number.
The Raiders took Ruggs before Judy or CeeDee Lamb. I don't. Every year there's teams that people go, like when we do the Monday Night Mocks, they go, "That's unrealistic. That'll never happen." Dude, have you not watched these drafts? Every year I'm like, what the hell was that? How's this guy still there? Like all that kind of stuff. Always at least one. Me too, Rob. We're in the same boat, buddy. I think we're waiting until the second. And look, there's precedent. The last two drafts, Joe Douglas, in every draft he's run for us, he's taken a wide receiver in the second. I think it's going to be the third year he does that. And a running back in the fourth. Be interesting. Leftover Glover. Oh, no, wait. Lefty Glover. I thought it was Leftover Grover. I don't know why I saw that. Leftover Grover is a great name. I'm going to write that down. I got to remember that. Leftover Grover. Little Grover slices. Lefty Glover, thank you, buddy. He says, what's up, Green Bean? I would select at 4 Jermaine Johnson, and at 10, if he were there, Kyle Hamilton. This would be so sweet, bro. Love your show. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that would be fantastic for me. I like Jermaine Johnson a lot. And here's the thing. I like five really edge rushers for that 4 pick. Like I do. I like 5 that I would be okay with them. Now that obviously the Jets are going to like 2, 1 or 2 that they would take with it. And if they're both gone, they're going to pivot. In my opinion, they're going to pivot to Hamilton if he's there. But it could be Sauce. It could be a tackle. It could be somebody else, right? Could be Drake London, like Mel Kiper said. But Jermaine Johnson's in that mix. So if that's their guy, if that's the guy, like this is the edge rusher we need, I trust it. Robert Saleh, Joe Douglas, dude, they know the guy they want. And we're at 4. So it's not going to be like everybody's gone. We're not at 13, 14. And you go like all of our edge rushers are gone. We got to pivot to wide receiver or whatever.
All right. Can I say something quick about the free safeties before we go on to another comment?
Yes, but then I'm going to ask you to one more thing, and then I'm going to talk to the guys and wrap it up.
All right, cool.
All right, what do you got? Here's Teen Bean.
Since we re-signed, what's his name? LaMarcus Joyner.
Okay.
Since we re-signed him and we just signed Jordan Whitehead, so if we do get Kyle Hamilton in the first round, are we going to sit him, or are we going to be running 3 safety sets, or with LaMarcus
We'll be
Joyner
doing 3
nickel?
We'll be doing 3 safety sets. They're not going to put LaMarcus Joyner at nickel unless it's an emergency. But what they will do is have a legitimate competition in the offseason, and Kyle Hamilton will have to beat LaMarcus Joyner, which he will. And then LaMarcus Joyner or will be the third safety that comes in alongside of Ashton Davis. But Ashton Davis, I think, has an uphill battle. I think he's still going to stay around, but That's how it'll go. Yeah. Kyle Hamilton, they're not just going to give him the job. They're going to go, you have to beat our guy first. And he will. He'll beat him, in my opinion. Leo Chanel is better than Chad Muma, you think? I like Leo Chanel too. But the only problem with Leo Chanel is that he doesn't seem to be in the mold of a Saleh linebacker. He's big. And Saleh tends to, I mean, look, he's taking safeties and converting them. It's not the first time he's done that too. You know, we're talking 220s. Those guys, they're tweens. So he seems to like that. He wants coverage ability out of his linebackers. And Leo Chanel's 255, 260. So I think that's the downside, you know.
I'm seeing a lot of White should start. Like, no way, man.
Come on, no way. Hey, Mr. Terrible, what's up, buddy? He says, what do you think of trading 4 to get Jamal Adams back? See, Mr. Terrible takes us back. Trade 10 for Saquon Barkley. Get Cade York at 35. There you go.
Did you mean to say Saquon Barkley?
He knows what he's doing. Yeah, he knows exactly what he's doing. Yeah, it's funny though. Terrible. That's good. That's funny stuff. I know, right? It's buffoonery. Stop your buffoonery. That was funny though. That was good. Mike says Linderbaum might drop to the second. I would say that the whole time. You guys know, dude. I was getting my face ripped off for a month, 2 months. Everybody's like, "You're crazy. You take Linderbaum at 10." Nobody's talking about that. Now we're talking about. I said Linderbaum will not go in the top 15. If he's a first-round pick, it'll be after 15, and then he might even slide to the second. It's not that he's not a great player. He's 289 pounds, and he's only a center. He can't even play. He can't play guard. He has no versatility. So that's fine, and he's great, but he's got some knocks, and he plays a position of low value. You can get centers all over the draft. So anyway, I love Linderbaum, and I wouldn't even be unhappy if they took him at 10. I said, good, okay, whatever, because I like him. But I think he's probably going to be a late first. That's what I think. All right, guys, let's wrap this one up, man. Good morning, Martin. Hey, you caught us. We're just ending, though, buddy. He says, good morning from Germany. Yeah, I love it. It's good to see you.
It's technically the morning here.
Technically, it's the morning here, but it's a little bit different side of the morning. We're at the other side. We're at the top end of the morning. You're at the bottom end. What are you having for breakfast? Breakfast, Martin. What do you have for breakfast over there in Germany? I'm very curious. I'll wait for that answer. Martin's going to tell us what Germans eat for breakfast and what you're having this morning. Maybe tell us what's a traditional German breakfast. What do you have when it's Sunday or Saturday? And what are you having today? I've watched a lot of tape on Watson. I think he is super overrated. He is not a good route runner, doesn't have great hands. He only had size and speed, but other than that, he didn't do much. You got to watch more. He has good hands, but the thing I don't like about Watson is that he played no one at North Dakota State. You know what I mean? He's the best guy on the field. He's like, he's the high school guy playing with the junior high school kids. So that doesn't mean he won't be good, but it's a concern. That's the thing. Like everybody predicting 4,000 yards for Zach Wilson last year. I was like, no fucking way. That ain't happening. He's going to have culture shock over here. He's coming from Utah. He was the king of the mountain. Comes to New York. Half the people hate him because they still have a boner for Sam Darnold. You know what I mean? And, you know what I mean? Like, it's a tough gig. He'd never had any pressure in college. So when guys come from coastal Carolina or North Dakota State and stuff, it takes a minute. That doesn't mean it won't be great, but it takes a minute. A lot of the time there's a transition period. And a lot of Jets fans don't consider that. Now, if that's your guy, fine. But it's concerning. Okay, there's Martin. Let's see what Martin's having for breakfast. Says usually a normal breakfast would be wait, there's got to be a different one. Hold on. That's a second. Where'd he go? Wait, good morning from Germany. Where are you, Martin? You didn't tell us what. What'd you say? What is that? A different kind. Martin, you got to tell me. I don't know what that means, buddy.
You had to explain.
Usually a normal breakfast would be different kind. Martin, help me.
This is kind
A different kind of bread. There it is. Of bread and cold cuts of meat and cheese. Interesting. So is that what you're having today, Martin? You having meat and cheese in the morning? Do you heat it up? Is it hot or cold? Cold cuts. He said cold. Yeah.
So you want to know all the specifics? Is it hot or cold? What shape is it cut in?
Yeah, right.
How do you eat it?
Mark Riz, this is it. This is when look, you can have a team that's reactionary, or you can have a team that sees the writing on the wall and is proactive. Joe Douglas was proactive last year. Imagine keeping Sam this year having to deal with a draft and no quarterbacks, having to justify. Now there's Malik Willis, right? There's a couple guys, but wouldn't you rather have had your pick last year in the quarterback class than this year? And that's the thing, man. And we're at 4, so we're not at 2, so we don't know who's going to slide and who somebody's going to take them, and we're not in control of our own destiny. Now we're using our 2 picks to trade up, and dude, it's good. You see the writing on the wall, you make a move. That's the way. That's the way. So yeah, man, I think that's a positive. People don't pay attention to this stuff.
Extreme, I'd rather die
What's Knifey? All right, Knifey, here's gonna be the last comment for today. Take favorite edge at 4, trade back from 10, grab Nakobe Dean, trade back up into the first if Jamison Williams starts falling again and grab him. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, if you're trading back from 10 and you get like an extra second or something, right? 10 to where, right? We got to know. You take Nakobe Dean, that's fine. And you're using the asset you got from 10 to jump up and take a wide receiver, injury aside. Yeah, I guess that makes a lot of sense. There's nothing wrong with that if you work it that way. But again, there's a lot of other variables in play, right? You got to see what you got. So a German charcuterie. Yeah. All right. Guys, is Martin back? Let me see. Sounds like bacon and grilled cheese. Right. You could do that. Guys, everybody have a great night. Don't forget to like the video on your way out. It's appreciated. Teen Bean, thanks for co-hosting with me tonight. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to join the Patreon. That's greatly appreciated, and you won't regret it. You'll have a good time. And if you want to save some money on gas, that app is in there. We both get 15% off or 15 cents off additionally when you use my promo code. So that's good too. That's helpful. An extra 15 cents off per gallon. So guys, I loved the extra show. It was nice to have the bonus time with you guys, but this will be it. Have a great night, and I'll see you for the Thursday Thick of It. Later.